Artists, storytellers, beatmakers, these are the latest news, deals, and free plugins from the music production world. Superbooth 2025 just wrapped up in Berlin and brought some seriously exciting new gear to the table. Here are some highlights. First up, Moog introduced the Messenger, a compact monophonic analog synthesizer priced at $899. It features two oscillators, a sub-oscillator, and a 32-note keyboard. It's nice to see something at this price point from Moog, and I had a chance to make a video about it. Don't miss that video right here. The Messenger also includes a sequencer, arpeggiator, a hands-on, screen-free interface, making it a pretty good tool for studio and live performances. But wait, there's more. Next, Clank unveiled the Uranograph, a crazy instrument that combines expressive touch-sensitive controls with advanced synthesis. It has a 5-oscillator engine that uses additive and phase morphing synthesis. So yeah, lots of sound design with this thing. The coolest part is the MPE-inspired keyboard and tactile keys that really make it an expressive instrument. It's not true MPE, but they are really pushing the expressive thing with this. It also adds some sound modulation that can produce staccato, glissandi, and other types of sounds. They're taking orders for this thing, and it's not cheap, but I'll link everything below. Next, Korg Berlin showcased the Phase 8, an 8-voice electroacoustic synthesizer that brings together traditional synthesis with some acoustic elements. Those resonators kind of look like a thumb piano. They produce sound, and that sound is taken into the device to create the target sound signal. Yeah, I don't quite get it either. The Phase 8 has envelope control, sequencing, wave shaping, and audio modulation. Frap Tools presented their first keyboard synthesizer, the Magnolia. This 8-voice analog through-zero FM synth features 2 oscillators per voice, high-pass and low-pass filters, and a Fatar keyboard with polyphonic aftertouch. The Magnolia supports a bunch of modes, including single, morph, dual, and split, allowing for flexible sound design. It's expected to release in summer. I've got more from Superbooth, so keep watching, but now I want to take a look at something I wasn't expecting. This is LANDR Sampler, and I think this is a tool that many of you will get something interesting out of. LANDR just released it, and it's a new sample instrument plugin that's all about speed and simplicity. You can search for sounds across your entire sample library and filter and organize sounds easily. You can also drop in sounds like one-shots, loops, or even a full sample pack, and it maps across your keyboard. From here, you can slice them up, play them chromatically, or even hit this feature called Similar Sound Swap. It replaces your current sample with another that matches the vibe, texture, or rhythm. This is perfect if you're hunting for the right vibe, but you're getting stuck looking for sounds forever. You can also transpose samples to fit your project's key and sync loops to your DAW's tempo. So if you're dropping in different grooves or melodic loops, they'll just work quickly. There's a smart search feature too, with filters like loop type, category, and length, which makes finding the right sound a lot quicker than digging through your folders. On the effects side, it has 6 built-in effects you can control with a real-time XY pad as well. Once you have something you like, you can export processed samples, MIDI, or rendered audio straight from the plugin into your DAW. LANDR Sampler is part of the LANDR Studio subscription, so if you're already in that ecosystem, it fits right in. You can also purchase LANDR Sampler outright for $99. Definitely something to check out if you like working with samples. I'll put a link below the video. Question of the week: how do you usually start a track? Do you dig through samples, start with a melody, or maybe just drop in a random loop and build it from there? I'm always curious how other producers get that first spark, so let me know in the comments. All right, let's talk about the Novation Launch Control XL3. This is the 3rd version of their popular MIDI controller, and it's a nice looking upgrade. You've still got the 8 faders, 24 rotary knobs, and 16 buttons, but now everything feels tighter, newer, and the knobs have these RGB LED rings so you can actually see what you're working with. The look kind of reminds me of Ableton devices. There's also a new OLED screen up top, which makes a big difference when you're navigating setting parameters or switching modes. It's super helpful if you're controlling plugins or hardware and want that visual feedback. What's also cool about this version is that Novation added MIDI in and out, actual 5-pin DIN ports, so it's not just a DAW controller anymore. You can use this for synths, drum machines, or any hardware gear, which actually makes it pretty useful in hybrid or DAW-less setups. The price is $249 and it ships in June. All right, so this one definitely caught my attention. It's called Bento, and it's from 1010 Music. These are the folks known for compact touchscreen-based gear, and Bento is kind of their take on a standalone groove box, but it's also a full-on DAW in a box. It's got a multi-track step sequencer, a sampler, a clip launcher, and onboard synths and effects, all in this portable touchscreen unit. You can record audio directly into it, or load samples, and then sequence everything with that 1010 style grid view. It supports sample-based and MIDI sequencing, and you can use it with your other gear too. What's really interesting is how fast that workflow looks. You can go from loading sounds to arranging and even performing pretty quickly. For home producers or live performers who want a self-contained setup that's not tied to a laptop, Bento looks kind of interesting. Okay, quick but important update. Native Instruments and Arturia just announced that the Keylab Mark III, Keylab Essential Mark III, and Minilab 3 are getting full NKS support. That means you'll be able to browse and control the full library of NKS-compatible instruments directly from your Arturia keyboard with automatic parameter mapping and preset tagging. So no more manual MIDI mapping or jumping between the software windows. I was hoping this Arturia compatibility would come after they announced pretty much compatibility with every other company out there. Now get this, to celebrate the launch, the owners of the supported Arturia controllers can get a free copy of Complete 15 Select. You get a bunch of instruments and effects from Native Instruments. This is valid for new activations only. All right, more from Arturia. This next one's a new MIDI controller. It's the Microlab Mark III. Well, it's kinda new. This is a compact 2-octave keyboard. It's got velocity-sensitive mini keys, the same upgraded keybed as the Minilab 3, and they actually feel pretty solid for a small controller. You also get 2 touch strips for pitch and mod, and a sustained pedal port, and even a chord mode that lets you trigger full chords with just one finger. They've also refreshed the design. It looks a little cleaner and more modern, and it's just plug and play over USB. For $59, this is a pretty decent keyboard. It comes with Analog Lab intro and a DAW intro pack. I don't know how popular this thing has been over the past few years. Do any of you own it? Would you consider the new version? Comment below. Okay, I've got some deals and a free limited time plugin for you this week, but first, are you thinking about putting your music out there? Well, DistroKid is a simple and fast way to get your music onto Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, pretty much everywhere. And DistroKid collects earnings for you when anyone plays or purchases your music. It's simple to use and includes tools to help you build your audience. I've created 2 videos on DistroKid that will probably answer any questions you have. You can watch them right here. And if you're ready to sign up, I'll include a link below to get 7% off your first year of membership. All right, a couple good deals to highlight today. First, Vocal Synth 2 by iZotope is just $29. It gives you TalkBox, vocoder, and a bunch of other effects for vocals. Really cool. And if you want the cheapest way to have Auto-Tune Access is under $25 right now. It works well and it's super lightweight. Links to these deals and everything in this video are below. All right, here is that freebie. Soundtoys is giving away their brand new Space Blender Reverb plugin for free until May 22. This one's designed for ambient textures and movement. It's not your basic room or plate reverb. Space Blender uses 2 independent reverb engines and lets you morph between them in real time, which means you can go from tight, subtle spaces to huge, washed out trails with one control. Link to this freebie is below. If you're getting set up with your studio and need some excellent tips to get the most out of your sound and workflow, download my free ebook below, totally free. And hey, if you want to hear how the new Moog Messenger sounds, watch the video right here. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you soon.